Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. I know, you've been awaiting the final act for a while, and it's finally out, months after we released the first video. Now, as of recording, the Part 4 video isn't doing the best. So, I'd recommend going back to that one if you're watching the singular version. Obviously, if you're on the big compilation that I dropped, then you don't need to, because you already watched it, because it was part of the big compilation. Now, what's up, Giblet? What? It's been 2 episodes since you last showed up. Giblet felt like such a nothing character. It felt like he was going great places throughout the first 2 parts of the chapter. For the beginning of the chapter, Giblet felt like he had a lot of purpose. Then he disappeared for the next 2 parts of the chapter.
You're gonna be okay, Poppy. We'll find a way.
I love how just the lore dumps that are coming here, like how Giblet was wrong side outified, or just generally the thingamajigs going on here that are telling you. Half of this needs to be inferred, by the way. Half of this needs to be inferred by lines that aren't specific enough. Like that, what happened
they did to us.
Like,
it doesn't have
I
to
like
be
how he says,
the
things they did to us. Or whatever that line was.
The plans.
Like, that line genuinely feels like he's trying to be like he's there.
Next stop is the
He's acting like he's always been here as part of the team, and I feel like these chapters need to learn a new rule, is that new characters are new, guaranteed to everyone. Like Doey, he shouldn't be treated as part of the team fully yet, because he isn't. And because there's some sort of hatred towards Poppy inside the safe haven, we get that without having to override the canon, which being that, canonically, he isn't new. We've known who Giblet is they've known who Giblet is for a while. He's some sort of hero to the bottom floors. But since we haven't been there, it just, don't treat him like he's part of the team fully. Treat him somewhat like he's part of the team, but not that he's only part of the team. He's just treated a bit too nicely as part of the team. I gotta say, this area with all the Poppy Gel stuff felt like it was teasing something big that we weren't told. Poppy Gel shows up so much in this chapter, and yet it isn't explained on what it is, why it's all spread out across the lab, and its general importance to the story. It's just there, and it feels very much like it needs more explanation. The only thing that really disappointed me with this chapter was Poppy Gel. I thought they were going to give us a full explanation on how the gel works, and what the thing is, and why it's here, and what it's used for. We just kind of have to make assumptions from what I know. Right? Well, I haven't seen all of the tapes and VHSs and stuff. I'm sure that there can't be something that's so big that you have to see it that would explain everything to you.
I can call you whatever you like.
No, not really. One, the tape that I'm playing right now is one of my favorites. It really does. This tape is the big lore reveals. Finally giving us an identity to put on the prototype. Oliver Ludwig. And really, that's satisfying to me. I think it's good that a character that's been theorized about for so long finally has an answer to who he is. And now, this puzzle over here, this one's interesting, because I've never seen it before. So, I'm just kind of running through these valves now. I gotta figure out what I'm even doing at this point. My goal is to figure out how I'm supposed to do that. We have 5 lights that need to turn on, and that light's not turning on yet until we get all the other ones on. So let's see if there's any other spots that we can get lights on, but clearly not those hallways. That doesn't work. Let's keep looking, just to try and find something. Why is the poppy gel discolored like that? Like, it's supposed to just be flat pink with some bubbles in it. Well, there's one, so that's another light on. Now we need to find the next one, which is probably somewhere far off from here. The gameplay loop of entering it. No, wait. Let's just go to the next. Nope, we're gonna figure out this puzzle, goddammit. We're going to figure this one out. This puzzle and stuff like this, these completely optional things they built into the game, I, one, love that factor. Two, it does make replays more interesting, because I never knew this was even here. And it is more interesting to experience something brand new in a game you thought you figured out. Because there's a lot of stuff. Like a lot of golden trophy quests specifically, and I think that's the coolest way of making this work. Now, I of course do not have it, because I missed the parts that I needed to grab. But if you were watching my episode 1 and part 1s and part 2, you saw that I was going for the Pianosaurus thing. And then I forgot that for the for the parts I've recorded now, and I must have clearly missed some core ones, so I don't know where all of them are. So whenever we get to the point where that thing will play, I will definitely show you a video of it. Right? No, you're not getting a video, actually. No, you don't deserve a video. Never mind. Considering how you treated that part 4 from my current point of view, maybe you treated part 4 even better and gave it like 1,000 in this, so you absolutely deserve it. But right now, from when this is being recorded, it has like 4 views. So keep this to yourself. Support every part like you supported a part. But like if you're gonna support it differently than how you supported the first part, support it more. Don't support it less. Now, anyways, we need to find these stupid valves that they keep all over the place. What is even the purpose of these? Why are they even here? We need to keep searching. Like, what's with all these random valves? That's 1, that's 2. Okay, so we found 3 of them. And there was that 4th one there. Yeah, you. Okay, I got that one done, but that red light's too similar to a green light from afar, at least. So I don't know why the hell the game just like froze like that. That was weird. Nonetheless, we gotta keep moving forward throughout this place. There's a stupid gunk everywhere. Just a lot. Now, continuing though, here's the levers. And mystery lever pulled and drained. That grants us access to another wrong side animal. I do like how they weren't focused on, how they were just kind of there as extra collectibles that you should try and find, because it does feel like a good way of making them characters. The wrong side animals aren't well liked, really. They are just kind of here. Like, no one really has a favorite wrong side animal because no one knows the characters in the first place. And that works fine by me. So, simply put, I understand how this goes. Like, it feels better than if the Nightmare Critters, where they really tried to put an emphasis on them and no one cared for them still. The Smiling Critters were a slam dunk, but the Nightmare Critters were a failure. Here's where the Pianosaurus thing was going to happen, and, like, it's a really cool Easter egg, and yet I never got all the other ones, but you could see in the video that I was making an effort to get all of them, so eventually I'll probably do a playthrough with them, maybe whenever I start streaming or something, or if I start doing some random ass challenges for y'all, then I'll do the Pianosaurus thing, and y'all get to see that. Now, this is a container of the original red gas, which I don't remember who produced it. But overall, I do like this, like, investigation, so that way you can figure out more about an object. Like, this just feels cooler. And I like how since we're deeper in the lab, we're learning about more scientists. Instead of just focusing on the main one, Harley. Instead, we know more now. Which I feel is important and is a good, just thing for the story. It works well. It makes every character feel better. It's just genuinely great. I like seeing there's more lab scientists. It really humanizes the place, you know? Like, no, it wasn't one lab scientist that somehow did everything. It makes it seem more realistic and more human, which is kind of weird saying this in the sentient toy horror game, but still, better, more quality. This is one of the stupidest puzzles. I am just opening doors for like a solid minute, and now it's time to waste our time because I'm stupid and use my maximum pressure valve. I use the pressure cooker hand too liberally. Now, if I try to use it more conservatively, I haven't... Go on fire. Fire! Oh, that was... Got that bad boy. Let's get this thing on fire, boys and girls. Time for my favorite crime, arson. Yes, they're on the tier list. Okay, so top 10 crimes. What are they? I'll start off first. Loitering. Like, I just think it's a really funny crime. Like, just get the fuck off my property. Like, loitering, just being near a place in public is considered a nuisance if you're near it too close. And I just think it's funny. My issue with some of these, like, personal letters and stuff is I didn't read all of them. That's my issue. My issue is I'm genuinely just stupid. Like, that's just kind of an issue. And, like, it feels like there's a story going on here. And I love how each scientist grapples with their own sins differently. But almost all of them state in the name of science. In some sort of way. Is it always in the same way? No. But it's always in the name of science in some sort of way. That's Harley's way of saying it. And that's this dude's. This dude is stating that he's doing it not because he thinks that it's correct. He knows that what he's doing is sinful, but he also knows that he could create a world without death. He could create immortality for everyone. And that's a world that everyone would love to live in. So of course he'd try and create it. Now anyways, it's time to play Death Opening Simulator, the 4th game in the series. Just kidding, this is the first time I've ever had to open up doors this ridiculously. This finale in particular is my favorite hobby playthrough. And with the final rush of chapter 4 isn't really a final. It's just us dealing with Joey, which isn't... But this final rush has us rushing to finish the job. We need to get there, get the negation formula with the backup in IT, and burn the prototype to the ground. But this final rush is us rushing to it, and that's hopeless. I gotta say, certain scenes are so well made that I'm not even gonna give you commentary, you're only gonna just see them at this point. Like, certain scenes I feel are shockingly not pre-rendered, but it makes sense that the only pre-rendered scene really is the prototype entering. I mean, after all, that is a big scene. I mean, we've been teased about since chapter 1. If that one tape. Like, chapter 1 is such a short chapter, I could fit it inside of the first part of chapter 2. Of our chapter 5 playthrough. The first part. I have finished the game in like 5 minutes once. It's not long in the slightest. And, like, that's the point, honestly. It's meant to be the shortest it's meant to be our shortest chapter. It's just kind of an introduction. That Huggy chase scene is great nonetheless. And, like, I feel like chapter 1 really could move more. If chapter 1 held more stories, honestly, I do like how they give me the golden trophy. Lemon! Lemon is free! Though, yeah, I didn't get the Lemon glitch. Look, I had like an hour of recording of me trying to get the Lemon glitch. Because my computer does not have enough space to fit all the recordings I have. have if we included all the Le Mans. Genuinely, I had to remove Le Mans for the sake of my computer. So anyways, it's time for the fun game of guess if we have it correct. 366, we're going through the entire number. This will only take 10 tries, and I do have that much time. Like, yeah, this can go on forever, and I do not care. Like, we just need to keep guessing, and eventually, in this little game show we call Guess Until We're Correct, we'll be correct. We just took that long to be correct. Now, it's time to experience more of the chapter finale. Each chapter has a finale that stems right after a big boss fight. Like, this one had the Lily Lovebraid's boss fight, which was our kind of doctor-like fight where we had to deal with the enemy. And this one has the... And then our finale's up. There's 3 boss fights in the past 3 chapters. Those boss fights being, in my opinion at least, it goes for chapter 3, Miss the Light Dog Day Catnap. For chapter 4, it goes Yarnaby, the Doctor, and then Prototype, and then these are the big ones. Not stuff like a Baba Chop or the first chase sequences. Catnap existing near you for most of chapter 3. Chapter 4 technically got 5 boss fights considering how many Yarmy encounters we have. Chapter 5 also has 4 boss fights. But you encounter Huggy, right? No, it has 3. It has 5 boss fights. Because we encounter Huggy 3 times. But like an overarching antagonist, we don't get hunted down by someone else besides Garnaby and then the little guys. The little guys are expected. And I do like how the little guys are just completely gone. Now anyways, it's time for us to search for that stupid exit, and yeah, you're just gonna get cut straight to it. This took me like 5 minutes. Now that I have removed my bumbling about like an absolute idiot, let's enter that code and let's get to the best, one of the better puzzles in my opinion. This little area where with all those machines and stuff, I think that is the coolest section yet. Now, off topic from Poppy Playtime, but nonetheless, I feel like, have y'all played the new Yoshi game? Cause like, it's really good. And I haven't seen anyone talking about it. And I feel like that's just because there's nothing controversial with the game. It's just a great game who's worth its price of 60 buckaroos. That just makes sense. Anyways, I do wonder what all these VHSs here are for. Which, I'm glad that we now have something that can actually display them on the fly, so we don't have to stare at a stupid box the whole time. Genuinely, so helpful to have this. Like, y'all get to actually see the VHSs, because I don't have to look at a box the whole time. I think y'all get like 3 VHSs out of every chapter. Out of like each chapter. And now you get so many more because I don't have to waste my time. Now I can do the things while it's playing in the background. I like how Sorry has so little fans. You don't even notice he's really there. And yet, he's useful as a character. He's needed. And yeah, again, the stars just ignored. He was teased so much in the teasers. And yet he really never ended up being that useful. And it tracks on why they didn't. And, why we... Now we've opened up the door to the coolest puzzle in the game. And we're not headed there, actually. We need to check for that red VHS. Never mind, we're not going to do that. No, I'm just going back. We're just... Anyways, unplug your life support, unplug your life support. Life support, my support. Put it all back in. Shove the batteries into the better battery terminal. I don't know what it does, but like, I know I'm supposed to shove the batteries in there, so I'm going to. Go in, and then there's one part of the puzzle done. No, it isn't actually, but now we pressure cook you, and then we need to wait for it to go down very, very very slowly. Ready? Stop it. Boom. Now that bad boy is powered. Powered, now we have something powered. We can grab this. Let's go whoop into the air. Then you. Then you. Then you. Then whoo! I do like those metal hand things. I do think that's a cool way of being able to like sideways do it. Oh, no, we don't actually need to do that yet. We need to, not that one. No, down, you idiot. Boop. Second one powered. Next one, you. We're going up now. We're going up now. No, wait, this section's genuinely really annoying. I do kind of struggle on that part, but I think the metal things were kind of unnecessary, are very cool. We don't have enough wire. And like, it makes sense on why we don't have our grab hack 2.0 anymore, because it genuinely had so much. This weird prototype grab pack is nice, and I think these new hands of this chapter, unlike chapter 4 and its boring ass new hands, chapter 5 actually brings some cool hands to the table, and I'm glad it does. Like, chapter 5 adding 2 new hands in its own entirety would stick, and I can't wait for that stupid machine to knock me off. Like, chapter 3 adding 2 hands was unacceptable. We thought it was going to be 1 hand per chapter. And then chapter 4 not really adding any hands, but a stupid key. Yeah, that's not that cool. Pressure hand and the elemental hand. Well, the elemental hand's kind of just a rehash of the green hand, but with 2 extra things it can do. So a better green hand, and the big, and now the new one. And then the pressure cook hand basically just being the reverse grab pack. I think those are cool hands. I think that's a cool idea. I just like I like the way it's executed. It's well done. You know? Now, making the thingamajig well made is impressive on its own. Just like chapter 3's new hands are kind of cool. But chapter 4 has a stupid key on it, which feels kind of weak. And now it's time for us to get out. It's time for the next section. It's time for the fun, where the show begins. The part you all came here for. Well, I think, at least. The big boy segment. Well, okay, eventually the big boy segment. Not right now, but now we gotta read. Now we gotta look at what we just grabbed. No, not that. This bad boy, which is what we is the wrong side out variant of the last dude. Have you seen the new wrong side animal plushes they're dropping? Like, I like how they can actually go wrong side out. Like, I do like that general vibe. Don't worry, my annoying sister, well, not annoying, but sister won't shut up. So if you hear someone in the background, your child, yeah, that's her. Ignore her. Nonetheless, we continue on our fight. We gotta activate our little lever. Boom, bop, bam. Grab the battery, and we need to run away. Charge that bad boy. Boom, open door. Now it's time for the fun part. Now we've entered the loading zone, which means crap is gonna get serious. And by serious, I mean really, really fun. Now, fun fact, did you know in that doorway that you see when you like get tripped by the prototype that you can see Chum Chompkins there? He's just there. Like, he's just chilling there. There was no reason to put him there, but they put him there. And now it's time for the show to begin. I do not know what just happened. I felt like we just got given our body back, honestly. I don't know why my mouse was there. I think I was on... Ooh! And now we got bitch slapped by Huggy. Hey, time to run. I do gotta say, this chase is my favorite of the Huggy chases, but it is too short. Like, this section in the cargo area, we could have continued it for longer. Like, that's my opinion. Could have continued it for longer. I genuinely get scared during this chase, because it feels like a test of what my abilities are without being too fucking stupid. Open up! Now we gotta grab that battery. Square hole into the other square. What? Move the square into the square hole. Let the square hole, put it into the square hole. You know what we call that? A double square hole. And now, whoa, oh, he sees his wife. He's happy. He's found a wife. Or, well, friend at least. You know, there is a big difference between a wife and a friend. Just admire the scene, honestly. Really, it's just beautiful. Just looking at these two experiments who've been through so much. Finally reuniting. They must be in so much pain. Yet they're finally happy. They have someone, instead of just being alone in this pathetic little world of pain, suffering, and they're finally having some sort of fun. They're comforted. For a second, I feel like this hell is almost over. Like, everything's fine. Like, the world's good for once. And then she offers a high five. And he slowly brings one. Quite pathetic, honestly. And then the ghost shows up, hanging on the goddamn ceiling. Stab that dude for the chest and go, whoa! That's what I'm talking about. God, take her out as well. Stop her. Yeah! That's what I like to. And we got tripped. We got tripped. Now it's time to run. It's time for the chase sequence. Woo! You know, I don't know if I talked about this one, but I do really love the nickname Butcher. I like how you can take damage to prototype, right? Like, one, it's cool that we're doing this on a tram. Two, I do like seeing him just chilling there on top of the train. It is genuinely cool as hell. And now it's time to run. Time to go. Grab you, electrical stuff running. Swap hands. Bring you over to V. And whoa, we got electrocuted the bench. And now it's time to run. Run. Oh, okay, so we're stupid anyway. It's time to go. Time to book it. Move to the weird explodey pressure cookers. You just got pressure cookers. I just got stabbed. Story of my life. Now, anyways, there's a cool thing back here and we need to grab it. Scoot. You got it. You know what that one was? That's easy to walk on. Give me the pressure. Pressure cooker. Pressure cooker, damn it. Open up. Boom, pressure cooked it now. Anyway, apparently struggling to move on there. Don't worry. Have some fun. Take that wild ride. Anyways, everything is on fire now. It is all burning and we need to run. Wait, please don't be some fire. Hold on. Would that mean that the prototype's natural weakness would be fire? Meaning that Hobby's bomb plan might actually work? We can do this. Why would a door open by a valve? Not see a valve. A door opening only if steam allows it. Honestly, better than anything else. Like, I'd rather a door only open if Steam allows it versus like Nintendo. And we're gonna charge us $70 for that to open. Now screw it, $80 because it's a really important thing. Now, anyways, we're being chased after by a maniac with a cool little spiky thing. And we need to go. I got stuck here for a solid like 15 minutes when I first played, because I'm stupid. Anyways, have you seen the new prototype jump scare they gave in my console? Yeah, that's why I'm not getting jump scares, because this isn't a cool jump scare. Prototype on console mode, you actually see him stab you. Something he actually does in the game. Now anyways, it's time for the fun part. We need to grab another valve. We need to run. Run, electric hand, electric hand, electric hand. I don't know what this will mean. Nothing apparently. Okay. We need to find the valve. We need to find the valve. Valve. Found you. Found you, you pathetic piece of crap. Time to valve it up. We need to jump the spider and run. One of my favorite songs. I just but nonetheless, if I'm taking like a turbocharged train, I'm not Ben Shapiro. You jump the spider and run. Anyway, so we've jumped the spider, and now that we've sent a giant train crashing into itself, I think we've won. And now it's time for the best cutscene in the entirety of the chapter. Guess what, bucko? He's back. He did a William Afton on your ass. He always comes back, and he has come back now. Now, prepare to die. This is not going to be fun for you. You're not going to enjoy it. But anyways, yep, got stopped, and straight for the heart. He's dead. Yeah, our main player character just died. And now, one of the best scenes there. Now time for my favorite. I remember when I first beat this chapter, I thought this was the end. I just got dunked in ranch dressing by the prototype and died. And into the ranch we go. Straight into the ranch dressing. Directly in. I hope it's Dewey's Ranch at this point. Look, that's a local pizza joint. Nonetheless, we're inside of the weird ranch being talked to by hallucinogenic Poppy now. So, like, this is fun. Also, if you didn't notice it, the gel thing is like right next to where we get out of it. Like, it's not well shown. Like, you think you're in a completely different sector of the lab, but no, you're right outside of that room. At least. I just want y'all to experience this scene, honestly. I don't want any funny commentary. Like, this scene is genuinely so good. I can't even... It's so good at feeling like a finale. Yeah, welcome home. So good. Like, this is a finale. This is an ending. But clearly, we aren't done yet. We still need you. Get up. And I love how this is canonical. How
I thought you were gone.
Giblet's scene here of him reviving us. I love
Poppy,
that. I'd love it if death wasn't canonical and we actually never died. And this is the first time we have died and been revived.
Kissy is
It's the only logical way, considering we had a blurry vision when we woke up, and we don't have that when we
Look,
do.
Told you I wasn't a hero.
This story feels like we should have introduced Giblet earlier. In hell, we should have made Giblet look normal, and then have him get captured in Chapter 4. And then we see him again in this mangled state in Chapter 5. Like, that just feels like that'd be so much more satisfying. And that'd make that Poppy line make so much more sense. And that, I mean, I told you I'm not a hero. That line would actually hit harder. Just look, we're in the train station. They didn't make that clear in the slightest. Anyways, I'm sorry for wasting your time, Gibbs. Time for you to be open. Time for us to go to the server room. Holy crap, though. They seriously under-explained all of it.
It's gotta be here.
So look at the server. What's this weird green barrier here? Why are you stopping me from the other chapter's progress?
Gotta be where to keep the backup.
Let me in! Let me in! Do you like how we have a definite spot for every chapter beginning and ending? Like, that just feels so important to how a chapter should go. And now, it's time for one of my favorite scenes. We got the bad computer set up. It's downloading whatever the hell. And now we're launching up the system. So I don't know where they said that. But I do remember seeing a note on my first playthrough basically saying that they accidentally cloned his brain. And they don't remember which one's the clone. This backup is a secondary brain. So we don't know which of these is his clone. Or the factor that we could probably revive him. We could like give him back his other brain. And now, He's back. And I love how the scene goes, because no one knew that what we were about to unlock was there.
This is a rather interesting turn of events.
Genuinely, that is perfect. That ending is the best ending I have seen for a chapter. Like chapter 4, when we saw Huggy back, that was sick. Chapter 5, we see the Doctor back, even sicker. Can't wait for chapter 6 when we bring Catnap back. We're just gonna keep bringing them all back. Yarnaby's back. By the end of chapter 10, we've finally broken everything. We killed the prototype, and then it reveals that he's back and he's now in Tokyo. Prepare for the next one. Poppyist to the Playtimist. Playtimist sounds like some weird form. Yeah, and also, yeah, you're welcome for playing. Yeah. Anyways, boys and girls and everyone else in between, god damn it. Welcome to the finale of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you're watching the Big Boy compilation, holy shit, you need to use your time wiser. That was a big waste of your time. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, and you should now have some videos showing up on your feed.